What's going on, guys? BossOP6 here, back to another video, and today I'm here to review NXT. Yes, I'm wearing a hat. Why? Because it's around the holidays and life's too short, and screw you guys, I look awesome. But anyways, the show had some good moments, but overall just kind of there. There was a lot of matches that were just meh at most. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this episode. We get a recap of Gargano'S speech, thanking everyone. And then the attack by Grayson Waller. And Gargano, I learned that Gargano and O'Reilly left, and they're now free agents. And just off topic, so is Kairi Sane. That I've heard, so that's kind of interesting. Anyways, Waller's backstage, or footage earlier of Waller exiting his car, and he's like video recording everyone. Everyone's shitting asshole at him. More on Waller later. Then we get Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson. No holds barred match. Get a video package on why this feud's even happening. And Grimes, before the match, he grabs a garbage can full of weapons. There were some good moments in the match. I just didn't care about it. Duke Hudson comes out with that wig and headset on. The match was fine. Grimes put a trash can and kicked Hudson's head. Grimes grabs a trash lid. He goes to town on him. There was a moonsault by Grimes. There was a really nice springboard German suplex by Hudson. That was actually pretty impressive. Razor's Edge counter into the barricade. Grimes does like a poetry emotion with the steel chair, but Hudson catches him, and he looks like he's about to do it off the second rope and hit a Uranagi, but he just runs and does a running Uranagi on a chair. Then a poker table gets introduced into the match, because that's what they're fighting over. The crossbody over the table by Grimes, that was actually kind of cool. Cave-in turned into a powerbomb through the table, a kick out. And then Duke Hudson grabs the hair clippers. He's going to try and shave Cameron's head. No! Kick to the face. Poison Rana. Why? And then the cave-in onto the chair, and Cameron Grimes wins. Is this feud going to continue? Because I hope to God it's not. Then Grimes takes off the wig and headset, and now Duke Hudson's bald. Okay, then. Anyways, Jade's backstage, and she's talking about how she's medically cleared, and then Dakota Kai shows up, and I think Cora said something about calling Dakota a mom or something like that. And Dakota's going all crazy and psycho and all that stuff. Okay, they're having a match later. Anyways, Waller's backstage. Oh boy, more Grayson Waller. That's what we need. Oh boy, and this is when the show starts to decline a little bit for me. Briggs and Jensen, they're in the parking lot, and they join Casey and Kate, and they go to a country concert. Okay, I'm going to need to say this. This is completely stupid. It does nothing for anyone. And the fact that I don't really like country all that much, despite me growing up with it, I think country music nowadays is borderline horseshit. That's going to offend a lot of people, all of two of you that I know that listen to country music, but I digress. I'm sorry, modern country doesn't do it for me. Maybe early 2000s, maybe late 90s, I kind of dig. Early 2000s, I actually kind of, I'll pop in and listen every once in a while, but I'm not saying, oh, because you're a metalhead, you don't like other genres. Dude, I used to listen to rap growing up. How do you think I feel? But anyways, that's off my soapbox here. Anyways, Waller shows up. He talks about, and he shows footage of attacking Gargano. And then he shows the tweets, and, everyone's calling him a scumbag and a douche canoe and all that stuff. A dick grabber. Maybe not that. And he's being called a coward and all that stuff. And even there was a... God damn it. Waybear made a tweet saying he's a jerk, but I think I like him. Okay, that was kind of funny. I will admit that was kind of funny. And then he talks to Wade, and he talks to Vic, and he says, Vic, that was your friend that you've known for so many years, and you didn't do anything about it. Everyone's telling him to shut the hell up. They're calling him an asshole. Which, if you look up Grayson Waller, the rumors that he has, he's not painted in the best light, if you know what I mean. So, calling him an asshole is an understatement. Okay, I don't care. Sorry, I don't care about Grayson Waller. He's a fine athlete, I just don't care. Speaking of people I don't care, Riddle and MSK. I like MSK. This gimmick is stupid. It's the whole shaman thing from last week. Then Diamond Mine's backstage, and talking about Bivens is talking about strong facing Rick Steiner tonight. And, Diamond Mine, you're staying back here tonight. Okay, then. Oh, boy. Then we get Lashing Out with Lash Legend with Ikemen and Kushida. Okay, somebody's got to draw the line in the sand here every once in a while. This Ikemen character is hippie horseshit. Have I mentioned that this gimmick is absolute dog shit? Because this gimmick is absolute dog shit. This character is so goddamn annoying. I hate this character. This is one of the worst characters, at least of this year. This is doing nothing for Kushida. This makes Ikemen look atrocious. He is borderline stupid. He looks like an outcast from the band Anthem. And no, I'm not saying that because I think he's Japanese, I'm saying that because he has no purpose being there. This whole jacket time gimmick is borderline retarded. It is so goddamn dumb. It is so embarrassing. This does nothing for Kushida. He left New Japan because he wanted to compete with the heavyweights. They throw him in the WWE, and they're putting him in a stupid-ass tag team with Ikemen. Anyways, I digress. I don't care about this. Alright, then we get Ivy Nile versus Amari Miller. During her entrance, the bubbles kept floating all over the place. That even happened during the match. The match wasn't terrible, it just never clicked into second gear. It was just kind of slow, but in the end, Amari showed some fire, but Ivy's got potential. I mean, she seems legitimate, and she seems like she can kick your ass even if you say nice things to her. But in the end, Dragon Sleeper, and there you go. Ivy wins. Okay, good stuff. The Zion's backstage. He's talking about, if you want to play games, Electra, let's play games. Then Robert Stone shows up. He doesn't want to be disrespected. Well, you're in a stupid gimmick, so, laughing at you wouldn't be the most offensive thing. And then Von Wagner, or as I like to call him, Mike Awesome, except without the awesome part, so he's just Mike, shows up. Don't let him talk, is what I wrote down. He is terrible. He is not ready for promos. Oh boy, this was bad. And then Joe Gacy and Harlan are in the woods or in someone's backyard, and Harlan, you are ready, my son. Oh boy, and it gets worse from here. MSK and Riddle are backstage. What's in the bag, man? What's in the bag? They pull out glasses, batteries, a cone, an aluminum bat, even the U.S. title spinner belt from 2004 that John Cena did. I think I missed something else, but then they brought out scooters. They're not going to kill MSK's run with scooters. Thanks. I hate it. Anyways, Guru Raja took on Harlan. The theme does not fit Harlan's character, or Parker Bordeaux as he's known. Parker's got potential. I mean, he looks threatening. He looks intimidating. He's tall as hell, and he just beats the shit out of Guru. West Side Gun's in the crowd. I have no idea who he is. A sidewalk slam variation, and Harlan wins. Okay, and then he attacks Raja. And, Gacy's telling Gacy, let's go. Then, LA Knight, yeah, he's in the parking lot. He says, if anybody sees Grayson Waller, bring his ass here so I can beat him. Okay, they're going to continue this feud. Cora Jane makes her entrance, and then Mandy Rose shows up. Because Cora and Dakota are going to be having a match. And then Harlan throws Brian Kendrick down the stairs. I did not recognize Brian Kendrick. Nothing against Brian Kendrick, I just didn't recognize him. I didn't even know that was him. Okay, and Kendrick isn't bleeding somehow. More on him in a little bit. Then Cora Jade took on Dakota Kai in a match that was fine. Cora, getting her shoulder worked over. And Mandy Rose is on commentary. Again, match wasn't bad, but there was some good work. Good kicks by Dakota. Cora kept fighting back. And then towards the end, Dakota grabs a shovel, but then a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, Cora Jade wins. And then Dakota goes to use the shovel on Cora. Yeah, Dakota goes to use the shovel, and then Raquel comes down, because this feud needs to continue, and she fends off, Dakota. Then Toxic Attractions show up, and then a belt shot by Mandy, and there you go. Okay, we're gonna have this feud. Grayson Waller's backstage, and then I think that was Tiffany Stratton, and she says, "My daddy doesn't like you." And then Io, why is Io still there? Genuine question. Please call her up when the Rumble happens. Seriously, because she does not belong there. She does not belong in NXT 2.0. I'm sorry. I love Io, but she does not belong there. I don't know what the end game is for her. She doesn't want to get called up. Okay, fine. But seriously, have her at least do something. Alright, and then she's screaming at Waller, and then Waller, basically has to sit down just to get to her height, which I thought was actually kind of funny. I love Io, but yeah, that was kind of funny. And then after she gets done screaming in Japanese to Waller, he's like, "I think she likes me." Yeah, right. Alright, so anyways, Raquel and Dakota are in a parking lot. Again, more on them in a little bit. Then we get Tony D'Angelo took on Andre Chase in a match that happened. Andre Chase has to be one of the most dull gimmicks I've ever seen. What is this gimmick? What are these gimmicks, honestly? There was some good stuff, I just didn't really care about it. Tony has a lot of charisma. Andre Chase looks like a less charismatic version of Drew Gulak. Respected him for wrestling in that sweater, though. In the end, swinging net breaker, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. And then, Tony talks about, beating the Stooge, Andre Chase, and he talks about, Pete Dunne. Then Dunne shows up, and then he says, "I'm done talking. How about we have a match next week?" And Tony's like, "Okay, all right. I gotta go talk to a buddy. That I gotta do business. I got a man to talk to." Then he tries to attack Dunne, finger snap. And then Dunne breaks the little glass case that Tony had with his mouth guard, and he takes his mouth guard back. Okay, they're having a match next week. Then Steiner's backstage getting prepared for his match against Roderick Strong, and then Waller shows up and he's like, "Hey, how about that War Games win?" And Steiner's like, "We don't like you here. Nobody likes you here." To be fair to say, anybody like Grayson Waller. And then Kendrick is in a neck brace, so we get an update on him later. Again, I did not even know that was Brian Kendrick. Then Boa took on Idris Anofi. I think Anofi. Is that how you say his name? I'm sorry if I butchered it. Basically, Idris took on Solo Sikoa 2 weeks ago, and Boa attacked him. I didn't care about this match. Boa wins after a spinning heel kick. The Raquel's backstage. They're having a street fight next week. She wants to end Dakota Kai. And the Waller's backstage. He steals Knight's car, and he said this will get views. And it turns out Knight got attacked. Oh boy, then we get Ikemen Jiro and Kushida versus the grizzled young veterans. Who asked for this match is what I said. Remember when the Grizzly Young Veterans were treated seriously in the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions and had one of the best tag team matches against the Mustache Mountain in 2019? Pepperidge Farm remembers. The Creed brothers show up and they cause a distraction. I didn't care about this match. And then Kushida and Jiro win. And God died a little bit on the inside. Anyways, Bivens and Strong are backstage, and Trick Williams and Carmella Hayes show up. And they talk about things. I didn't care. And then Williams gets a weird caricature. It's going to be Williams versus Loomis next week. And then we get medical updates. Jade re-injured her shoulder. Knight's been transported to the hospital. And Brian Kendrick has a cervical injury. Okay, thanks for that. Then we get Rex Steiner versus Roderick Strong, and a match that was fine. It was strength versus power. My God, Rex Steiner looks like his father and his uncle. It is jarring, to say the least. Hayes and Williams are on the scaffolding. It goes on for a little bit, and then Steiner wins. Then they show the recaps of the match, but during that, Ciampa attacks Steiner, hits the Willow's Bell DDT on the title belt, even though the belt was like 2 feet away from it. And there you go. That's what I think about the show. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of there and it was kind of boring. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.